What is up, guys? Bruin Steel here. Welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I'm once joined by Canadian Yorker. And today we are recapping the WWE Friday Night Smackdown that took place May 10th, 2024, and it took place in Pennsylvania. And it is the Road to the King and the Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, which is in a couple of weeks. How are you doing today, Canadian Yorker?
I'm doing really well. How about yourself?
Good, awesome, and we saw the results of Backlash. Backlash was great. We saw Cody Rhodes retain his undisputed WWE Championship against AJ Styles, and let's get started talking about this SmackDown, which, by the way, it is the Road to the King of the Queen pay-per-view. So we got a bunch of King of the Queen tournament first rounders matchups. We saw a whole bunch of matches for the King and the Queen on Raw earlier this week. But now we're on SmackDown. We got some more. But to start off the show, we got Nick Aldis announcing the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes comes out, and Nick Aldis said that he heard what Cody Rhodes said. He said that, oh, you want to be a fighting champion. And he said that he has already determined his next challenger for King and the Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. And what you know, out of nowhere, it is Logan Paul, the United States champion. Logan Paul will be Cody Rhodes' next challenger. And the two of them had a pretty quick segment. Obviously, there's somewhat history between the two, but we have to see what happens. A little bit trash talking between the two. It was first announced that it was just gonna be for the undisputed WWE Championship, but today we just saw the news that it might be a title for title, so winner take all. But we have to see more information on that. But basically, it just says Logan Paul said he had the best rookie season. It's just like Logan Paul talking about his career, and then he had the best rookie debut. And it just shows them how great of a heel he is. People booing him. Cody Rhodes called him a loser or whatever, a dumbass, and basically that ends the segment. So it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Like I said, it's champion versus champion. I think that means the winner take both titles, whoever wins. But we have to see what happens. I don't know how I feel about this decision. We've seen so many title for title matches. If you guys don't know, right after WrestleMania 34, Kofi Kingston was the new WWE champion, where Seth Rollins was the new Universal champion. They challenged each other for a title for title match, winner take all, but then the match got interrupted. So that was a best decision because I don't think it was the right decision to do a title for title. So obviously it was the disqualification. And I just feel like this is not a good time to do a title for title match. There might be some weird interference in this match. I think it's just going to be a disqualification um, um, somehow. So maybe Logan Paul cheating or something or some way. But I have to see what happens. So what are your thoughts on this Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes segment? And any thoughts on this matchup at King and the Queen?
Man, it just doesn't make sense. Why do a unification match between the U.S. the U.S. National Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship that Cody Rhodes fought and clawed for 2 years to get his hands on after beating Roman Reigns? I mean, what is the WWE doing? What are they doing? Why are they doing this? And for this to happen, it just doesn't make sense. It makes sense if someone else would be the challenger and not Logan Paul. Logan Paul should have his own challenger, for King and the Queen of the Ring. Logan Paul needs a new challenger. Excuse me. So for him to go after Cody, for him to be challenging Cody, it just doesn't make sense. And of course, there's going to be some really weird situation going on with some team, someone interfering. It's either going to be the bloodline that's interfering. It's either going to be Logan Paul's heels in crime with him is going to be A-Town Down, the tag team champions. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be one of those either one of those teams. It's going to be someone that's going to be interfering in Cody's match. It just doesn't make sense. Um, it's ridiculous what the WWE is doing. What are they doing? They're cheapening the value of the title that Cody won at WrestleMania. It's only been a month since WrestleMania happened, and for this to happen, it doesn't make sense. It should be someone else. Almost could challenge Cody Rhodes. I'd love to see that happen. But come on, guys, come on. What are they doing?
Exactly, that's my thought. But moving on for the first match of the Friday Night SmackDown, we got a Queen of the Ring first round matchup. We got Naomi versus Nia Jax in the first round of the Queen of the Ring first round match. Your face. This was no brainer. I knew Nia Jax was winning, and this is what happened. Look, credit where it's due to Naomi. She did put up a pretty good fight against Nia Jax. But obviously, it wasn't enough. Nia Jax hitting her Banshee drop, the finisher on the top rope. Like I said, Naomi, credit to her. She actually put a fight against Nia Jax. But it just takes this Nia Jax is just so huge. It's just so hard to bring her down. The closest that Naomi have gotten Naomi down, Nia down is by to one knee, and then she was eventually was able to hit a move that finally put her down. But Nia Jax is just overpowered. Nia Jax to defeat Naomi by pitfall to move on in this moves on in this Queen of the Ring first round match. So Nia Jax defeats Naomi to move on in the Queen of the Ring tournament. So she's moving on to the quarterfinals. What are your thoughts on this match?
Jax is unfair to fight against. Unfair. For her to win in such a dominating fashion, that's just a typical Nia Jax way. Use a little power here, use a little power there, and then boom, she gets to win. Um, yeah, Naomi could have definitely used different strategy. I mean, I would love to see her get her push more of a push from her because her girls, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair won the tag team titles, and that's a big thing for them. I would love to see Naomi get some singles push. She is not getting pushed enough. She just came. I know she just came off injury, but still, she needs her push to get some relevancy back. We need to see more of that. We need Naomi back. So
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the second match, another King and Queen tournament match. This time on the men's side, we got a King of the Ring first round match. We got Baron Corbin. Great to see Baron Corbin back on SmackDown. Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes. First round. This was a hell of a match. This match was great. It went back and forth. Obviously, Baron Corbin, he once won this tournament before. That's why people called him King Baron Corbin. Corbin, obviously. Um, but it went back and forth. But then Carmelo Hayes with the sneaky pin with a small package. Carmelo Hayes defeats Baron Corbin with a small package by pitfall. Carmelo Hayes is moving on to the next round of this tournament. What are your thoughts?
I think it's great that Carmelo Hayes gets the win, man. Carmelo Hayes has been on the up and up coming. He's a rookie. He's an up and upcoming guy. It's great to see he's making waves. He's making waves. If Carmelo Hayes, he's the future. Carmelo Hayes is the future of WWE. If Carmelo Hayes wins King of the Ring, it's going to be a great pickup win for him. It's going to be a great addition to his resume. And this guy has a lot of potential in WWE to be the next big WWE superstar. Once he gets another title opportunity, gets another title chance, it's gonna be great to see him go and to see him get his championship running skills running. I mean, this guy has a lot of potential. I like what I'm seeing from him.
All right, so moving on. Just want to mention that Randy Orton made sent a message to Tonga saying that they took out Kevin Owens. They said that Randy Orton said that he doesn't matter if Tonga's in this tournament and he's safe on the other side. He feel like they're gonna come across. Imagine Randy Orton versus Tonga. His problem is that Tonga's getting his ass whooped. But moving on to the next match, we got another Queen of the Ring first round match. We got Pimper Niven and her tag team of Chelsea Green. Pimper Niven with the singles match against Jade Cargill. So we got Jade Cargill versus Pimper Niven. Powerhouse matchup right here. It is insane how strong Jade Cargill is. Jaded basically is her finisher, and it's just like I'm with you, Pat McAfee. Like if it seems impossible to hit Jaded on Pipper Nivens. The first time failed. This is the first time actually we've seen Jade Cargill have it's like in trouble. Like Jade Cargill against Pimper Nivens. Jade was struggling. Like it looked like Pimper Nivens was in control. There was a running senton. It was Pimper Niven was dominating in the match. Like I said, this is the first time we've seen Jade in jeopardy in a singles match. But I don't blame it because Pimper Niven, she's a strong lady. She's huge. I mean, like, I think any skinny woman would be scared to be in the ring with Pimper Nivens. If you guys don't know, her name used to be Dewdrop, so it's like a name change. But at the end, stupid fucking bitch Chelsea Green tries to ruin the match with interference, but so I'm glad that Jade Cargill punches her sorry ass fucking face and took her out. And then Pimper Niven, Jade Cargill was able to lift Pimper Niven way up in the air. Incredible strength, like I said, and was able to hit Jaded. Jade Cargill defeats Pimper Nivens in the first round, and Jade Cargill is moving on, and that will set up a amazing. This is interesting because in this quarterfinal match, you got Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill. If you guys don't know, Jade Cargill will be facing Nia Jax, and if you guys don't know, these two faced off at the Royal Rumble where Jade eliminated Nia quickly. So I'm hoping maybe Nia is looking for revenge. So that's gonna be a banger of a match. But Jade Cargill defeats Pimper Niven by pinfall. What are your thoughts on this match?
Wow. That is exciting. That's interesting because I think I would say, as far as the strongest woman in WWE right now, it can possibly be just Nia Jax being number one, and then Pimper Nivens, I say, is number two in terms of strength. This is just in terms of power rankings right now. Jade Cargill probably would be like in three in terms of power rankings. Now, I'm just saying that as terms of from my observation, and for her to actually go against Nia Jax. Now, this is going to be a hard hitting match, like it was for Rhea versus Nia. Rhea versus Nia Jax was hard hitting, and Rhea, I would say, she was struggling against Nia Jax, and it was really tough for her. It wasn't one of her. It was probably one of the toughest matches she had. Now for Jade is younger and Jade is stronger. She can definitely lift Nia and do damage against Nia Jax. Jade definitely has a lot of muscle on her because she does a lot of bodybuilding. But she's really quick on her feet. So for her to go against Pimper Nivens was something. She definitely did her damage. But man, it's gonna be an interesting match between the both of them, and we're gonna have to see how it goes. I'm quite interested to know how things are gonna be going into that match.
Alright, so moving on. Obviously Shinsuke Nakamura is back to his ways in the backstage segments in Japanese. He said that he's on SmackDown, no one is safe, so we have to see who he goes after. It kind of makes sense that he's gonna go. I mean, like I said before, I'm sick of the whole Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes feud. It's kind of given out question marks if he's gonna target Cody Rhodes. Now he's a champion. I think they might renew a feud right there. Like I love the Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke Nakamura feud, so they might run it back. But instead of just single matches, they might do it with they could have done what they did with Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins over the World Heavyweight Championship. We can see Cody versus Shinsuke Nakamura for like 100th time. I mean, they might just do that because they've done that with Drew versus Seth. They've done with that Seth versus Shinsuke Nakamura. They've done many feuds so many times. So or Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't think they ever faced one-on-one. Shinsuke Nakamura. Once I said you might enjoy this Canadian Yorker, Shinsuke Nakamura might target Logan Paul. So or
Yes.
or
Yes.
or
Let's
he could
go.
just like target one random guy and just start like a singles match feud with some, like I don't know. Imagine if he goes after one of the NXT guys like Carmelo Hayes. That'd be really interesting. What if imagine Shinsuke Nakamura going after Baron Corbin? He might just go after someone that just a singles competitor and just start like a feud like that. But who knows? But we have to see what Shinsuke Nakamura has in store for us. Like,
Right, right, right now, I'm gonna say that right now, Cody needs a really good heel guy. Cody is one of the most popular faces in WWE right now. Cody needs a guy just
but
like
the
Roman
only
Reigns
but
or
the only
somebody.
issue, I mean, the only issue I have with Logan Paul is because both Logan Paul and Shinsuke Nakamura, the only issue is because both Shinsuke Nakamura and Logan Paul are heels. So I don't think it would be wise to have two heels go at it.
Yeah,
I feel like he's gonna go after a face. Cody's the option. Not sure if Baron Corbin. I think Baron Corbin is a heel. I don't know. But we have to see what happens, who he goes after. I mean, if they ever do Shinsuke Nakamura versus Logan Paul, I feel like Logan Paul could be the face, Shinsuke the heel. I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura's heel, presence good, but don't want to talk too much about that. But moving on, like I said, Shinsuke Nakamura, we have to see what his plans is. He might just go after a face that just no championship, just a regular feud. Like kind of like Cody versus Shinsuke. It was just a singles match feud, bull rope, whatever. But moving on, we got another Queen of the Ring first round match. We got Candice LeRae as well as Indy Hartwell. Candice LeRae going one-on-one with Bianca Belair. So this was the first round Queen of the Ring match. Obviously, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae are officially heels. They've been heels for a bit. Indy Hartwell finally putting up softening up to Candice LeRae and interfering, but it wasn't enough as Bianca Belair hits Candice LeRae with the KOD to win the match. Disappointment for Candice LeRae. Bianca Belair defeats Candice LeRae by pinfall to move on into this Queen of the Ring tournament. What are your thoughts on it?
so hold on, let me get this straight. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Candice LeRae's match was interrupted by Indy Hartwell, and then Bianca finished her off.
Yes. So Indy Hartwell ran interference, but because of she did do a cheap shot on Bianca, but Bianca Belair was able to get the win.
Interesting. Okay, so I mean, Bianca's moving up to the next level, the quarterfinals. So it's great to see. Um, it'll be interesting to see how things go with that. Now, since that happened, would there be some sort of friction between the two ladies? And are we going to see Candice LeRae betray Indy Hartwell? Or are you going to see Indy Hartwell betray Candice LeRae? I really think that Candice LeRae is going to be the one staying heel. She's going to turn on Indy Hartwell. Indy's going to turn face.
They're both heels right now.
Yes, yes.
But
So
there's no gonna be turning because they're both heels right now. So I don't think there's gonna be any turns anytime soon because they literally just turn heel. They're both heels. That's it.
yeah, well, we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, it's great to
Um,
see Bianca get the move up. So.
All right, moving on. We see the bloodline hanging out. We got Solo Sokola. We got Tama Tongo and his brother who helped him and Solo win their match against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And then Paul Heyman comes up and said that Roman Reigns is the wise man. Solo said that he's making decisions without him. Solo Sokola, it kind of freaked out Paul Heyman, saying that, accuses him for sending Jey Uso signal for help. And then Solo Sokola said that he's been talking with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, which I think he's lying. It's clear that I feel like Paul Heyman's going to get kicked out. So we talked about the Civil War possibly. But after Solo Sikoa hugs Paul Heyman, I feel for Hall of Famer Paul Heyman. Like, he's in this situation, he's like emotional. But you saw kind of that he might get betrayed by Solo, because once Solo hugged Paul Heyman, Solo looked over to Tonga, and it was a weird look, saying that we're going to kick him out sooner or later. I think Paul Heyman's going to return to Roman's side. That starts the Civil War, but we have to see what happens. But I call cap on Solo. Like, yes, Roman Reigns saying that he is the next tribal chief, but he didn't officially grant him the position. But Solo said that I'm in charge. I'm the tribal chief, and I'm in charge until Roman Reigns get back. So I'm excited to see Roman Reigns return. It's a possibility. Like as much as you hate it, Roman Reigns is definitely coming back as a face. I can see it as a civil war. There's got to be an explanation. And Jacob Fatu, who's supposed to make his debut, he's just gonna side with Roman when he returns. But that's what I have to say. Any thoughts before I move on?
What if Jacob Fatu doesn't sign with Roman and signs with his brother and his family, Solo Sikoa? What if he signs with Solo?
So there's got to, unless there's got to be like a that's gonna be bad. I mean, there's got to be. Then that means Roman and the Usos would have to team up and then find previous. It'll be Jimmy and Jay, and then Roman. What if they bring in the backup of Sami Zayn? It'll be like the former, because imagine this. It'll be the former bloodline. Well, not including Solo. It'll be like a formal thing, but it's a build up to Survivor Series War Games. I think that's what it is. Don't want to talk too much about it. But before I go, any last thoughts before we move on? I mean, it's
yes. I would say if Jimmy stays with Roman, and Jay is not coming back to go to Roman, but if Jimmy stays with Roman, Jimmy and Roman are going to have to form a brand new faction. So they can't call themselves the Bloodline. They're going to have to call themselves something else. And then Jacob Fatu, maybe Jacob Fatu will join them. They have to start a new thing.
Imagine I don't think it's gonna happen, but how great would it be if Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns team up?
to team up to take down the three-headed monster that is the Bloodline.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. This new
Bloodline is so vicious. What this new Bloodline is so vicious, and they're like attack dogs. They're like lions. They're just vicious, and they're just out for blood. They want everything. They just want to conquer everything, and that's what I kind of like about this new Bloodline. They just take no for no. They don't take no for an answer. That's what's really fascinating about them, and the way Solo is directing things. It's quite interesting to see how he's doing it. But he is vicious, but he is quite a methodical person, because he's cleaning house. He's literally cleaning house. But we see this new bloodline for him, and this new 2.0 bloodline is interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how Roman Reigns reacts when he sees Solo and all of them together with the new bloodline. I wonder what Roman is thinking right now with this new bloodline forming and stuff. I mean, he is the chief, but if Solo actually does become the tribal chief, the new tribal chief, I think that yes, Solo is operating, as himself, but Solo is doing this on his own. It's interesting. I don't think The Rock, there is no involvement with The Rock whatsoever. I think maybe you could have Jay, The Rock, and Solo all there, but I don't think The Rock is behind this. I think this is completely Solo's thing, because it's Solo's time right now.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. People saying that it's just the boss, the final boss. The Rock is calling the shots. We have to see what happens. But moving on, we got another King of the Ring first round match. We got Angelo Dawkins, one half of the Street Profits, facing off against Tama Tonga. So this was a brutal match. The Street Profits had no chance. They put up a fight. Don't get me wrong. They put up a fight. But once again, Solo Sikoa running interference, and hitting the Samoan spike on Angelus Dawkins' um, partner, and basically Tonga Tonga took advantage with the jumping reverse STO to defeat Angela Dawkins, and right after the match, Solo hits the Samoan spike on Dawkins for good measure. And after the match, you can see another emotional, Paul Heyman holding his mouth, and it's emotional. I just feel like Paul Heyman's gonna turn face. I mean, he's a heel right now. I know he's an advocate and all, but he's literally like a heel. I mean, he's Hall of Famer, but people still boo him. I just feel like he's gonna get cheered. He's gonna be like a face advocate with Roman. But I'm telling you, Roman's going to be a face because there's so many times during that Bloodline segment you can hear people chanting, "We want Roman." So he's definitely gonna return as a face, like it or not. So, what are your thoughts on this match between Tama Tonga and Angel Dawkins, which Tonga wins?
Um, I mean, it was a bloodbath. They definitely won in dominating fashion. What else can you expect from this new bloodline? The awful wins. Um, Paul Heyman. I mean, I don't think Paul Heyman should be shocked that this is what happened because Paul Heyman was there when he saw we saw what happened when other wrestlers were opposed to Roman and the Usos. And I mean, they were vicious. They just went after everybody. And for Rome and for Paul Heyman to act the way he does when he's around Solo, it should be like, oh well, nothing's changed. It's still the same old thing. So it just makes sense that I think for him it would make sense for him to stay with the new bloodline instead of being kicked out. Solo should allow him to stay there to cement himself more, to become more of a better heel rather than kick him out. So it makes more sense because Paul Heyman is really good at crafting people, and he can really get Solo some really good pointers.
All right, so moving on to the main event, we got another King of the Ring first round match. I know there's a lot. We still got a lot of first rounder, but instead of on televised TV, those matches were going to be on a Saturday night event, untelevised WWE event. So, but we got AJ Styles facing off against Randy Orton in this King of the Ring first round match main event. Obviously, this was a great match. History between the two. We all remember the Royal Rumble Fatal 4-Way between them against Roman and LA Knight. But this was a great match. Randy Orton did kind of hurt his right. I think it was left or right. Can't remember. It was his left or right leg. AJ Styles was being a brutal heel as he is and targeted Randy Orton's leg. Went back and forth, and Randy Orton did slam AJ Styles multiple times back first into the announce table. But then AJ Styles did hit the phenomenal forearm. Excuse me. But Randy Orton with the great ring awareness holds onto the rope, and then AJ Styles was gonna set up for a I think a Styles clash, but Randy shoves him, hits the huge RKO. Randy Orton defeats AJ Styles to move on in this tournament, and that would do it. Randy Orton defeats AJ Styles by pinfall to move on in this tournament. What are your thoughts?
We're setting up for a good matchup between Randy Orton and Tama Tonga, of course, because Randy Orton wants revenge against Tama for his um, beating up Kevin Owens. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it goes between Randy and Tama Tonga. It's unfortunate that AJ Styles is not able to continue wrestling. AJ Styles is such a versatile. He's so versatile as a wrestler. The man has so many moves that he could do to beat anyone. he knows a lot of moves, but unfortunately, he's not able to use all of his moves because he's older now, so he has to retire some moves. Um, and you guys know what I'm talking about um, online. You know what I'm talking about. But so AJ Styles is such a great wrestler, but Randy knows how to get the job done. He knows how to finish matches. And his RKO, man, he's had that thing. He's had that move for years, and it's still so effective. It can knock you out cold. I mean, it's a powerful move.
All right, so that would do it for the SmackDown. Like I said, it is the Road to the King and the Queen pay-per-view, and we're gonna see a bunch of matches, and I can't wait to see who's going to be the King and Queen. And all I can say is go
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Stratton. She has a match in the Saturday night event against Mi Chan. So if she does win that, she will face Bianca Belair, which will be a test. But I would do as much as I want to call Tiffany Stratton queen. So I am cheering for Tiffany Stratton to win the whole thing, and so I can call her my queen. so, so, but I don't know if
Oh,
she's
it's
gonna win because Bianca might be an issue, and then obviously, Jade obviously is the favorite. I could see Jade winning, but we have to see what happens. But I would do anything if Tiffany Stratton wins the Queen of the Ring tournament. That'd be awesome. She
what
deserved,
if she
like I
if
said, she deserved the World Championship. And like I said, it's just too early for her every time. I said that when she was in the Elimination Chamber match, too early. She just kind of came to the main roster. It got to take time. And people are saying that she deserves the Money in the Bank briefcase this year, and I agree. She deserves the Money in the Bank briefcase, and that's her time to become a world champion and have a great reign. She could possibly win the title. I mean, I would like to see her hold the title on the SmackDown, but you never know. But the question is Rhea Ripley really going to get her title back? That's the question is. I mean, we have to see, but Tiffany does deserve a championship. But anyways, that would do it, guys. In terms of grading, um, this was a great match. There were some great matches, so I give this show a minus. How about you?
I will give the show an A. I think they had some really good matches. We have some potential to see some really good matches in the future. So I'm definitely giving it an A. It's really good to see that, and Tiffany Stratton could definitely. I think I could see her becoming Queen of the Ring. Like you said, I mean, any of those women are deserving of it. Tiffany Stratton, Bianca, Jade Cargill.
Imagine, imagine,
It'll be what
imagine,
it'll,
imagine Nia
it'll,
Jax, imagine Nia Jax
oh
winning the whole
God,
thing.
no. We really bang on the match. If we see Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, that would be a fascinating match to see. Because I'm sure Bianca's won it before, but Jade Cargill versus Tiffany, that's a really good match for the making for the women's side. The men's side, it's a little bit tougher. I'd say it's kind of stacked on the men's side, but we're gonna have to see how it goes on the men's side. So the women's side, I'm gonna say the women's side is a little stacked, but it's gonna be really fun and exciting to see how things go forward with the Queen of the Ring and the King of the Ring. So I'm all for it. I know I want to see how things end.
All right, so that will do it for our Friday Night SmackDown broadcast. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Ruben Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. If you haven't done so, like, subscribe. Be sure to check out my friend Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel, which the link will be in the description of this video, as well as me and Canadian Yorker's wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros. Link will be in the description. It is the Road to the King of the Queen pay-per-view, which is in a few weeks. So hopefully we come out and give us our predictions, who's going to be the winners of this pay-per-view of the King of Doing. So we're going to have a prediction video out, hopefully. So my name is Ruben Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. Take it easy, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your Saturday night. Any last words?
No more words. Just you guys have a great night. Enjoy the weekend and have a great week.
All right, so that would do it, guys. Take it easy. See you guys in the next one.